Hello my friends! Today I'm going to show you the 2022 weekly planner by Johanna Basford. So here it's the French edition, but you have to know that the pictures in this planner are exactly the same as in the English edition, and therefore this video of presentation also applies to the English version of the coloring planner. In this video, I'm going to show you each page of this planner, and I'm also going to show you the difference between the French one and the English one in the 2021 edition, and I will also show you some pictures that I colored in Johanna Basford's books and which are included in the planner. So it will give you coloring ideas to achieve in the planner. I received this planner directly from Marabout Editions. Regularly, they sent me a gift package with the new books and the new coloring books they have done, and so I received this as a gift and I'm so happy. As you can imagine, I said, wow, when I opened the package and I saw this agenda by Johanna Basford. I also made a video where I present all the books I received in this gift package by Marabout Editions. I will give you the link in the info box, but today we are going to focus on the coloring planner by Johanna Basford. So to start, the difference between the French and the English edition, first is the binding. As you can see, the English edition has a spiral binding, while the French edition has a stitched binding. In the French edition, the paper is whiter. In the English edition, the paper is like a cream or ivory color. In the English one, we can see a little bit the picture through the page. Oh, sorry, cat hair in my planner. And in the French one, we don't see the picture on the other side of the page because the paper is thicker. If you like this butterfly and you want to add it on your coloring pages, here above I put the link to the video where I show you how to do this. But let's go back to the planner. So we can also see the difference of the thickness of the paper when we see the thickness of the planner. You see, this is the English edition, which is more yellow, and this is the French edition. The French edition is thicker. Back to the 2022 planner. I know you can't wait to flip through this planner with me, and we are going to start right away. This year I won't buy the English edition because these are exactly the same pictures in the French edition as in the English one. So the cover is very thick. It's a very thick cardboard cover that allows you to take your planner with you without damaging it too much. Inside we have a double page on a black background. And here we have one of the circles in Walls of Flowers. You know, that page with 4 circles of flowers. This is kind of a tradition. You see, in the 2021 English version, we had another circle of flowers from this page. And in the 2021 French edition, we have a 3rd circle of the same page. So I am going to show you this page in Walls of Flowers. You see here we have 4 circles, and these are in the same size in the weekly planner. Here it's written that the picture comes from all Johanna Basford's book, actually not the 2 last ones. So I don't see How to Draw Inky Wonderlands nor Walls of Wonder in the list, so there are pictures from all the other books by Johanna Basford. Here we begin the year with a very beautiful picture, which comes from Walls of Flowers, which is smaller here in the planner, so it can fit completely in the page. As you can see, the planner is smaller than the book here. You see the difference of size between both? So sometimes when they take a whole picture to put in the planner, they make the picture smaller than in the book, so it can fit in the page. This page is a mystery. I look through all the books by Johanna Basford I have, and I have all her books, of course, and I didn't find it. During the live video where Johanna Basford presented her English edition, which is exactly the same as this one, I asked her the question, where does this picture come from? and she said, suppose it comes from Secret Garden or Enchanted Forest. So I flipped through these two books and I couldn't find this tree in either of these two books. So we can do a little quiz here. If one of you knows where does this picture comes from, you can answer to me in the comments, and so you'll have won the little quiz. Here we have a page from Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. You see the ink pouring from the butterfly and going into the flowers. This is a Secret Garden page. Here we go to Lost Ocean. And here it's a page in Magical Jungle that I colored already. So I'm going to show it. Here you see, it's the same illustration and it's smaller in the planner, so it can fit entirely on the page. For Valentine's Day, traditionally we have a heart from one of Johanna Basford's books. Here it's the Lost Ocean Lighthouse. I have a coloring project on this page. As you know, there are lots of pages that inspire me. In Johanna Basford's book, the most difficult for me is to choose which one I'll color next. This page, I already colored it. It's in Worlds of Flower, and I followed a tutorial from Chris Cheng for all the flowers, and then I added in my own way the nest of Marsupilami. Marsupilami is a comic character from Belgian illustrator, which is called Franquin. So as you maybe know, we have lots of comic book authors here in Belgium. So you see, I drew the nest of the Marsupilami, and for that, I chose to use the pattern of the trunk, which has exactly the white shape. And then I drew Marsupilami, Mrs. Marsupilami, and the three children, as well as the funny little bird that we see on this comic. For those of you who do not yet have Johanna Basford's book, I think that this planner is really perfect to have an anthology of her best coloring pages of each of her books. This picture comes from Magical Jungle, and I can show you my colored version. This is the page I made following a tutorial by Jazz Funk on YouTube, and for the frog's eggs here, I followed a tutorial from Chris Cheng. On the right page, I followed completely the tutorial of Chris Cheng, so there is a harmony between the two pages in the colors because I used partly the tutorial of Chris Cheng on the left page and completely on the right page. As you can see, on the pages like this, where there is a central pattern, you do not have to make a background that fills the entire page. You can make a suggested background like here, a background that gradually fades into the white. We continue here or flip through of the planner, and here is a page that I really love in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. It's one of my favorites. It's the small mushroom houses of the elves. And here is the castle of Enchanted Forest, the castle which is the goal of the quest in this book. A very beautiful page in Ivy. Here we have a mandala from Lost Ocean. If you want to practice coloring leaves, this page is perfect. You can make the leaves of the 4 seasons here on the page. Here we have a part of the double A3 page, which is at the end of Secret Garden. It's a very, very detailed page, and we have a part here in the planner. If you already have the books by Johanna Basford, you can also use the planner to make color tests because you have a good paper here. So it allows you to make your color test on the same picture and to see how the paper reacts with the pencils or the watercolor pencils that you want to use. Here we are in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and I've already colored this double page. You see here the little stains of ink that the butterfly is dripping a little bit everywhere on its way, and that's thanks to these stains of ink that the little girl Ivy can follow the butterfly, and she's trying to catch him to take him back to her house. I really love this book. I really love the fact that it's a story, and it just color a story that Johanna Basford herself has written. Ivy was my favorite book of Johanna Basford. Well, it was, because now my favorite book of all time, of course, is Worlds of Wonder, as you already know. I really love Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and I would dream to color all the pages one day. But you know, there are more than 100 pages in this book. So I think I will need my whole life to do it. So let's continue our flip through. Here, this is a page that I colored in Magical Jungle, so I can show you a colored version. So here, for the gecko, I followed a tutorial by Emily Illustrator. I love completely her rainbow gecko. I didn't use the same pencil as her. I did use Derwent Inktense to do this. And for the background, I use the Quaket Wall background by Olivier Odoron. You can find this tutorial for free on YouTube. I'll give you the link, of course, in the info box. I love to mix both these tutorials on this page. So I have a mix of both, and I really like the effect it makes on my page. And here you can see how the colors and the fact of adding a shadow immediately brings a 3D effect to your coloring. You see, you have some pages with a simple illustration and other pages with a more detailed illustration. So if you want, you can have fun by coloring just one flower if that's what makes you happy. Let's not forget that Johanna Basford's goal is to make us take a pencil every day, even for only 5 minutes. So if you feel like to color one flower every day, well, it's already good to put creativity in your life. Oh my god, this page comes from Lost Ocean, and I think I will never color it. Some people are drawing a pattern inside of the seashells and color the seashell with other colors. But frankly, no, sorry, I think I could never color such a detailed page. I think I could color every day for 1 month and still haven't done the half. I really prefer the pages like this one, you see, when we have a pattern and some details, but not as detailed as the seashell page. Here is the wonderful dragonfly from Enchanted Forest. I also love so much this page. I haven't colored it yet. I'm waiting for the inspiration to do it in the best way I can, so I'm just waiting for it. Here we have once again a page with different leaves when you can practice your colors. This is an extract of a double page in Lost Ocean. I will color it very soon following Olivier Odoron on Patreon. Here is a page in Magical Jungle. Laurie is a French colorist, and Laurie made a magnificent coloring of this page. I will add it here in the editing to show you. So if you don't know Laurie yet, you could follow her on Instagram. You will find wonderful colorings. Here we are in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and it's a page that I colored when I began to color, and I followed a tutorial by Julie's Passion for Coloring. Really, if you are new to coloring, I recommend Julie's tutorial because she makes them very simple. She doesn't use too much color, she doesn't add too much layers, and I really love the effect she puts on her coloring with her simple colors. So don't hesitate to follow her, and she will help you to find the colors you prefer, and at the end you will have a wonderful page in your coloring book. Here it's a part from a double page in Secret Garden, and I have colored this in the daily planner. This one I made it with, what did I use? Here at the back we can see I made it with polychromos pencils. You know, before Johanna made daily planner with a small sheet every day. Unfortunately, she doesn't do it anymore, but this was the one I did. Those little pages are very practical to take when you travel. This is a page I love so much in Magical Jungle. My god, there are so many pages that I want to color. I think I won't have enough in a lifetime to do so. Traditionally, on the month of December, in Johanna Basford's weekly planners, we have illustration from Johanna's Christmas, and here is a one that I've colored, still following a tutorial by Olivier Oderant on Patreon, and I really love the effect of the orb that we have here, and I enjoyed so much following this tutorial. I enjoyed so much to do it that I used the same effect in a page, in the Chinese Pavilion page in Worlds of Wonder. So lots of people ask me what is Patreon, because it's true that I often speak to you about Patreon in my video, and I say to you that I follow tutorials by Olivier Oderant on Patreon. So Patreon is a web platform when you can pay a small amount to artists that you want to support, and you pay a small amount each month. For Olivier, you can choose between an amount of $2.5 or an amount of $5. And for $2.5, you have one color along each month in real time when she gives all explanations. And for $5, you have 2 color along each month. Actually, it's really a way of supporting the artists we love, because it's a small amount that we give each month, and it gives us access to exclusive tutorials. But for me, it's important to support the artist in the art, and I really admire the work of Olivier Oderant and the time she spent to share her skills on Patreon, so I'm really happy to support her on Patreon. And indeed, it helps me to learn new techniques. Here at the end of the planner, we have 4 pages with 2023 schedule per month. In the English edition, it's only on 2 pages. So we have 6 months on each page instead of 3. And then you have a planner of the whole year. And then you have notes page. In the French edition, we have much more pages here for the notes than in the English edition. And what we have in the French edition too, that we don't have in the English one, is these 2 pages. You see, 1 page about the things you want to read, and 1 page about the things you want to see. So in the English edition, of course, you can use the notes page to write this down. And then we have the page for the color test. Very useful page, so you can see how the paper reacts to your colors, or your pencil, or your pens, or whatever you want to use in this book. This page can also be used as a test page. And here you have the double page with a black background. So here we have the cover. You see it shines. It's really beautiful. So I warmly recommend you the weekly planner by Johanna Basford, and this French edition by Marabout is really a good edition with a good paper, which gives you an anthology of the best illustrations of Johanna Basford. So this time Penny wasn't on the video, and do you wanna know why? It's because she's sitting in my chair. You stole my chair, little Penny. Yes, I understand. It's a very good chair. Oh, my little Penny, you are purring. It's nap time. We won't disturb her too much. Thank you very much, my friend, for watching this video. If you are interested in different reviews of books that I've already done on my channel, just go to my playlist tab and you have a review playlist, and there you can find all the books of which I've made a detailed review. Thank you so much for watching this video. I see you very soon for other videos, and until then, happy colorings! Bye bye!